NPCs versus players, and a crazy guy named Phillip Dick who vanished in the 70s. This one messes with people, so stay with me. I don't think life moves forward in a clean little timeline. You know, past, present, future, little dotted line, gold star at the end. I think that model is bullshit, dude. I think reality runs more like a game board. Not a story, not a destiny arc, a board. And I didn't pull all this out of my ass after a bad week. There was a guy named Phillip Dick. Yeah, that sci-fi guy, Blade Runner, all that. But strip the movies away for a second. Here's the normal English version of what that guy was actually obsessed with, okay? He thought reality wasn't progressing. It was persisting. Same structure, same mechanics, same rules, just new skins every round. Different flags, different tech, different slang, but underneath, power, sacrifice, distraction, hierarchy, control loops. That board never changes. Only the costumes do. That's why history feels like it's repeating itself, but nobody agrees on how. Same play, different uniforms. But this is where it clicks for me. Sometimes it looks like the dark side is winning. Like everything's collapsing, corrupt, upside down. But the thing about games, especially chess, the most confusing moves are sacrifices. A piece disappears, not because it's weak, but because it's being moved off the board temporarily to unlock a later position. From the outside, it looks like loss. And that punched me in the chest, because my life didn't feel like it was moving forward. It felt like it was being rearranged. Deals collapsing, people vanishing, plans dissolving. Not erased, relocated. That distinction really matters. Because if you think life is a straight line, every loss feels like a failure. But if it's a board, loss might just be a repositioning move. So here's my theory, just a theory. Timelines don't simply flow forward. They branch, they shed weight, they drop pieces that don't belong in the next configuration. Then they lock again. Same board, different layout. Which explains why sometimes your life looks worse on paper, but feels quieter. Less noisy, less crowded, less fake. That's not regression, that's load reduction. Any of you contractors will know what I'm talking about. And once you see it this way, something shifts. You stop asking, why did this disappear, man? Why did this happen to me? And you start asking, what position am I being moved into? Because in games, pieces don't complain when they get picked up. They wait for the next move. Have you ever lost something that made sense later?